Hey, it's you. Come on in. We were hoping you'd be here today.
We have our third soap today from Shannon Soaps.
It's a beautiful morning with the Barbershop Duet.
Hi, I'm Marcus Klinger with Klinger Vocal Studio.
And I'm Sarah Vincent with Sarah Vincent Virtual Pilates.
But on Wednesdays and Saturdays,
we are the Barbershop Duet.
Hey, and we're so glad you're here with us and a part of this barbershop family. If you happen to be here during the live premieres, why, join the chat. We got some friends from all over the world who'd love to meet you and say hi and give us a like and subscribe if you'd be so kind. We would be grateful. So our mention today.
Yeah, Marcus went digging for these.
I've been on a bit of a quest to find more of a mild razor blade because I am getting into more aggressive razors, like my Alpha Evolution Outlaw.
Right.
It's a little bit more aggressive, the Copper Con Plus plate. So we have discovered that with those razors, they're a little bit more aggressive, a little bit more blade feel maybe, to use a slightly duller razor, not throw a feather into that bad boy. Now, the only bad thing was I wanted to pick up a box of these. These are the Wilkinson Sword Saloon Pack from Gillette, but I thought they came kind of in this box, just kind of all shoved in, right? I bring you glad tidings of great joy because they do come in these standard little boxes. So if you have little drawers that we do, these will fit right into your collection, and they come in 10 in a box, not like 5 like the others.
Right.
And they come in this box, and I think they're less than $9 right now on Amazon.
Looked it up.
Yeah. So we have both tried these on for size. I love them as a mild razor blade. I was trying some stuff down here under my chin, and I was like, I am for sure begging for weepers on this one, but it didn't happen. And I was like, it's a little bit milder of a blade. I didn't get quite as close on the first pass, but I tried to do a second pass. Those kind of things, right? But that's what the game is all about, discovering those exact right combinations to get the shave you want.
But another one, in case you hadn't heard, we wanted to throw it out there.
What did you think of these ones?
No, I was actually really impressed. I do get a little nervous trying new blades. I gotta say, I'm a little more
blood
timid.
Thinners right now.
Timid on that, but these were wonderful, and I think when I used it in the Apex, so that was kind of fun. Right. Kind of new razor, new blade, everything was groovy. So, yeah.
Love it. So if y'all are looking for a new friend for your razor guy, especially since the factory went down in St. Petersburg, check out the Wilkinson Sword Blades. I'm really enjoying these. Let me know what you think. Put them in the comments.
Yeah.
So our soap today narrowly escaped Barbershop Month because we didn't get it till right after Barbershop Month was over. But we decided to put it in the vault until we needed a great little burst of barbershopness, maybe in the middle of spring here, where we're sitting here in San Francisco. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's meet the soap. So, y'all, we're in for a treat. We found a little essay here written by Brian, also known as Mr. Shannon. Oh, Brian is the one
who
puts the little dots on your soap. I am told that these are Brian's press.
And they take turns on the Instagram Live. So you look at the draw. Who you get, who's free that night, if they're on Kid Duty or not, which is kind of fun.
Right. So this is Brian's barbershop story.
All right. I still pass by it every morning on my way to work. The old barbershop near Pearl and Brook Park, where my dad and I would occasionally spend a Saturday morning getting de-hippified. A barbershop was an interesting place for a little boy.
I remember the long line of barber chairs, each one with a strop attached, and the glass counter that held all sorts of manly potions for customers to buy. I also remember the smells, citrusy, spicy, and exotic. The old barbershop is long gone, replaced by a bar and a mattress store, but whenever I want to visit it again in my mind, I can use Shannon's barbershop to take me back.
Well, thank you, Brian.
Isn't that what it's for? Isn't that why we joined this hobby? These little soaps can take us anywhere and take us any place at any time. It's amazing, and it only gets crazier
the
farther we get into this world. Like, y'all, we are just having the best time here, and I'm so excited to be transported back to Brian's barbershop. Right? Let's have an unboxing. Yeah, this is from Maggart's. Is this the last one from Maggart's in this shipment? There's one more in here. Okay.
I was surprised when I was trying to find it on the piano.
There she is. You're right. There's a second one in there. I don't want to give it away. So you didn't see Florida Frats. You didn't see that at all. I'm just going to make sure the lid's
but a nice little spring kind of one coming to
Woo! Y'all! So hold this for a second. These are the different sizes.
Yeah, we were trying to figure out when we were looking online, so it's kind of nice to see.
Right, so she's got a 3-ouncer. This is the exclusive of the razor company. That's the Green Irish Tweed. This is the Rust Belt Reserve series with a chupacabra base. And this is the standard shaving soap line. It's a 4-ounce pour, y'all. So these are really perfect, right, sir?
Yeah, perfect trio.
Oh, I'm excited to discover her barbershop, especially after reading what Brian wrote.
I know, and we were trying to decide because we've kind of, after Barbershop Month, decided, like, we have 3 that we kind of put them category-wise.
We had a meeting.
Barbershop meeting. We decided.
Yeah.
At least at this barbershop.
Right. And then for our barbershop, that there are 3 kinds of barbershop scents.
So one is a little more on the traditional powdery kind of OG side of a
like
barbershop.
vintage barbershop, the powders, the medicines.
Right. And then the second one, we kind of call it like a blue modern kind of style.
Yeah,
a
blue or modern, right? Kind of like clean laundry, kind of like that kind of a smell, right? And then the third is just a free-for-all. Y'all, a boardwalk barbershop, a Filipino barbershop, an alien barbershop. We've seen it all. So there's lots of our stuff. So those kind of 3. So 2 realistic and 1 rather fanciful. So I think this will be one of the 2 realistics.
Yeah, I'm curious.
I'm not sure whether it's going to be more of the powder or more of the blue.
We are about to find
out. I don't know. We have not really drilled down to the scent notes yet. So let's open the door. Let's ring the bell. It's time for our first impression.
Me to go first, or do you?
Oh, no, I think you should. So you can tell me, is this more powdery, more traditional, more vintage? Is this more blue, more clean laundry barbershop? Is this kind of a crazy take you somewhere out of the way barbershop? Who knows?
I'm curious.
You take it in first.
Even after Barbershop Month, they all have a place, which is kind of fun.
Right.
Like, and it seems like everyone has their preference, but they do enjoy an overall barbershop scent. Every artisan has their spin on one. So.
And there are a few soaps that use the same oil, but something about the base, or they'll even add a little something else to it. Even Fleet Street Pie Shop is the barbershop with apple pie added to it. Right? So, y'all, even when the same base oil is used for the scent, there are always other variables from artisan to artisan. So.
Oh, this does have the little divots. I could feel it with my
it does.
hands.
Brian! Hey, buddy! There you go. See?
Okay.
Brian's little signature fingerprint.
A little stamp of approval.
All right, let's see what kind of a barbershop. Well, and who knows? Maybe this will completely reinvent a new lane of barbershop
for everybody. But even from that description, I want to go hang out there. That looks great.
All right. Okay. What do you got? Take it in. Take it in.
I think it'll go in more of that bluer, more modern-y one.
Yeah.
It is. It's just so clean. I have to say.
You clean laundry smell, like a little comforting?
Yeah. Yes, I agree.
Warmer.
And I didn't grow up in a barbershop where I had this smell, but even just from doing this show and smelling it, like, I really enjoy that clean scent. Like, almost sometimes how you talk about it's hard to pick what to shave with that day. Like, this is a classic go-to one that you can just throw on and go for it.
A lot of times, y'all, on those days when my face is a little bit dry and haggard from that hot knife being drug across it, and I just need something on it now, I go for the Burma shaves. I go for the shave chasers. There's just something in me connected to my dad and grandfather's DNA, I guess. But I think there was wisdom in those formulations.
It must have been.
Right? Just want something utilitarian on your face. Where's this taking you?
It does take me to a fresh, clean place. I was almost thinking, like, if I didn't know from a feminine nose that this was supposed to be a barbershop, I don't know if I would run right away into the door.
Right.
Because I think I really thought the powdery side was more what I was kind of led to believe was barbershop
For me,
scent.
too. From, like, a small town growing up that had, like, a small town barbershop where his dad was there first. You know, that's what I grew
kind
up
of powdery, clean stuff.
Where you're getting the wood on the walls is a little bit rotten. Is a little bit of that smell, too.
It is fun to have this type of a barbershop as well, because I think there is a place for that bluer, cleaner kind of vibe.
And I love the idea of the clean laundry smell, that you're going somewhere that's going to, like, get you presentable for the day, get you all cleaned up and pretty. And a little bit of female edge to that bluer barbershop, I think, too.
I was
not like a hairdresser territory.
No.
Get that out of your head.
But it's almost like the masculine florals or something that's in it come out differently.
It's masculine, but it's the softer side. It's the Mr. Rogers side. It's the LeVar Burton side rather than the John Wayne.
I really get the, like, everyone is welcome kind of energy, too, at this type of barbershop.
That's a good barbershop.
You know, the blue does have more of that. It's less of a vintage time warp kind of nostalgia side and more of, like, a current kind of barbershop-y vibe.
But even the barbershop quartet idea came from the idea of the camaraderie of a barbershop, or even the barbershop duet came from that idea of a fun place to go and hang out. So I love that this sort of helps paint that picture of a fun place where everybody could just come hang out, be together.
Right.
You know?
So see if it's familiar, but in a good way. I think it is more that.
I like how this feels.
It does. It really fits the tone is a good fit.
Oh,
yeah. It's
a little prize.
I know. I was wondering that too.
Oh, Oh, yeah.
Right? More that familiar blue barbershop in a
it's
good
the
way.
Blue
It's
modern
comforting.
barbershop. Absolutely. That clean laundry smell. It's just lovely.
And I can see why, multiple artisans kind of vibe towards that one because
Yeah.
I do feel like a lot of people that don't even know if they do or don't like a barbershop, this is a great safe one to have
It is a
more noses
specific
agree.
fingerprint. You're getting that white patchouli. You're getting the basil. Like I can smell those
Right, they're
things
there.
in this barbershop.
And it's a fresh, clean barbershop, It feels new and shiny, if that makes sense.
If you are fans of the Fresh Cut Fade or the Maggots barbershop, this is
Close
sort of
to
in
that
that
zone.
line of those things. And it's just beautiful. That softness, right? And there's no medicine-iness in this barbershop. The other thing that sort of balances out the talcs for me in the other sort of vintage barbershops is that pull of the medicine smell against the talc that's going to make it smell better. But no, get all those out of your head. This isn't cologne-y, this isn't medicine-y, this isn't talc-y, this isn't powdery.
Right.
No, this is a whole different thing. Now, I know we've called this like the fresh laundry sense before, but if we go a little deeper, this has a little bit more of the herbs for me. This has more of a spiciness than some of the other blue barbershops that I've sort of discovered.
Masculine floral to me. So maybe it's like what your noses go
Maybe
towards.
we're talking about the same thing because
Right.
I'm catching on to the basil that I am almost sure is in this. But I think there's something grabbing on with that basil. And I think the basil's a little bit greener in here that we might have like experienced before with the white patchouli.
Do we attempt to look up our list and see?
All right, let's look at this out now. All right, y'all. So from the sales page at shannonsoaps.com.
A traditional blend of basil, you were right. Bergamot, which I think I really do get at the beginning of this more. And oak moss, white patchouli, you were right. It's that same kind of thing. Will take you back to a time when men were men and barbers weren't hairdressers.
Whoa!
Okay.
Now that's a statement.
It is.
Y'all, barbers weren't hairdressers.
There's a difference.
It's just so lovely and comforting. It's the oak moss, I think, with the bergamot and the basil that's a little bit more jumping out at me in this one than the patchouli is.
Because I was trying to close my eyes and smell it earlier too and see. Sometimes colors will really hit me.
Yeah.
And I know we call this a blue barbershop, but I get like a baby sky blue.
Ooh,
like that fresh, clean air.
Absolutely.
It's
not a navy.
No, and it's not a royal blue. It's like a bright sky blue to me. So I don't know if that helps.
Blue is an aquatic, but this isn't aquatic at all, which is kind of a cool thing. But it hits those lighter places.
It could sort of get to that
spot.
But
if you are an aquatic fan, you like those lighter spices,
Mm-hmm.
like the whites and the pinks and the light blues.
This is close to that. And if you are not a fan of the powdery barbershops, this is more your lane because it doesn't have that powdery hit.
Right. And I just love that everybody knows what clean laundry smells like, even though everybody uses different products. Yeah. Everybody uses a different sort of fabric stock and everybody uses a different kind of detergent. But clean laundry smells like clean laundry. So I love that this one, it's sort of built around that idea of just being an absolute perfect clean smell.
It's just fresh.
White and cottony and that idea. Well, when you get to the barbershop too, there's something comforting about knowing that all of the towels that are rolled up on the counter are all sterilized, right? It's like,
clean.
that's one thing about
Smells
barbershops,
good.
especially in California, is they are crazy regulated, right?
Yes.
I know because I hear our barber complain about that all the time. So everything has to be like super uber clean and sterile. And so there's always a washing machine and dryer
part of their
going
ritual
in the back
is
room,
having that prepped
so
and
you
ready.
do. It's funny, but you do always smell his clothes dryer going.
Yeah,
because
that's
it's
true.
kind of running all the time.
Or the new stack of towels that just came out and they're folding them while they're waiting. Let's get the lather going because I think the Shannon's leather, it's been a little while. We got to get this on camera for the peeps.
Shannon is legendary for this leather. Yeah, this
softer, right?
It's just beautifully soft. And I like a soft soap in the vanillin bowl because it just goes nicely into the little honeycomb ridges and then it comes out easy because it's a softer soap. Oh, this is our Barbershop Vanillin Bowl from Monica in the heart of Texas, and this is my Yaki Barbershop brush. This was a gift from Sarah at the very beginning of our journey.
Our first two brushes were both little Yaki brushes.
Oh, this is jumping out of
Although this one,
nice.
the knot is huge, and we were such newbies, we had no idea that one might be a little much.
Jerry Plessy, the shave dad, saw this and went, "Oh, good Lord, would you please go get yourself a 24 millimeter knot so you can see what you're doing as a newbie in the bowl?"
So now we know, but we do use this because clearly it's a barbershop. We had to go with the theme here, but it is fun when you need to really like get more surface area with that bigger knot. I feel like.
Now, one thing you may not know, because you only had a sister, is there's a giant rite of passage involved when your dad takes you to the barbershop for the first time.
See.
Because up until that point, your mom is generally the one who's
The bowl
acting
cut.
as your barber. And I don't know if you know the cool factor when you're a little boy, but
Getting a
having
fresh
your mom
cut.
cut your hair is nowhere near as cool as going down to the barbershop with all the boys for the
Where
first
the
time. and
the
getting your
men
haircut.
hang out.
So I
yeah.
remember when my dad took me down to Gene's Barbershop in Rodeo, California on Parker Avenue.
See, and I feel like a lot of people have that story. I know,
Absolutely.
but
And he introduces you around. Hey, everybody, this is my boy. Right? A lot of them let you go 1st because they don't want you to have to sit around and stress, you know, because you're so little. And you don't know what he's going to do.
Right.
You know, this isn't your mom anymore.
nope, you better sit still, buddy. This is serious men's business.
In fact, my guy would put suds on the back of my neck and use a straight edge for my neck.
You're
And
a
I'd be
kid.
like, Dad, is he using that razor? No, not on you, no. Well, he was.
Well, he was. It worked,
That
obviously.
would have
but-
scared me to death. I
You think, right? I mean, it's being so little. Those things look huge. I would have thought it was scary.
Okay, y'all, hold on. There's
There
supposed
you
to be
go.
honeycomb ridges in this bowl, but I
They
don't
have
even see them
disappeared.
very much because that's hiding under this beautiful
Good
ladder
old
we got
Shannon
going on.
base here.
Oh, man. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, this is the trade-off whiff. I will take a
Whoa.
whiff and I will trade you. Here we go. One,
Okay.
two.
Treaties?
All right, here we go. Ooh.
Ooh, this got brighter and
Oh,
white.
this needs a little water and suds, y'all. That's what this needs. Oh, it's a beautiful sud.
I do feel like it just makes me smile. Like
Yeah.
that blend of a barbershop, I really just, it is
right.
zesty.
There's
it
nothing
makes me have
cloudy or foggy
No,
about this.
I feel like you're going to have a good day, coming out looking fresh, feeling nice, you know?
Y'all, that basil mixing with the patchouli is quite a thing in this. Oh, y'all.
I'd say that lather's waking up pretty
Y'all.
good.
Now, I had an interesting experience the other day. I was using a conditioner bar and I put some on my face. And I noticed that my lather, which I was normally very used to and is normally exactly how I like it, wasn't. And I realized, you know what? I think there was some residual conditioner on my face that got a little bit
canceled it
in with the
out?
lather and kind of messed with it. Because you know how when you'd have a bubble bath when you were little and you'd accidentally drop in the ivory soap? Goodbye bubble bath, right? Almost instantly, it's all gone. With soaps, there are things in each formula that can sort of break each other's lather if
Right.
they're mixed. So if that ever happens to you, sometimes it may just be something that you had on your face, right? Like right before you went to shave.
Right, if you didn't clean that off enough or...
So just putting it out there because, by the way, this is how I like my lather. This is more
thicker.
of the thick and sticky kind so that you just feel like you have a literal layer of
Yeah,
protection
here, throw it on
your
my
face.
arm. They can see the thicker side
ready?
of it. Because
Y'all.
look at how thick that already is. Like, that is something that we've realized. Like, some soaps get a little more of, like, the airy side of it.
Right.
Some have that thicker tone. And you really have to spend time building your lather to get that.
2-3 coats. They call us the painters. The
Yeah,
ones
right.
that do it like this.
You got to layer it and layer it on. So,
Oh,
you will
just
find your
beautiful.
technique,
and
but...
sticky. Like, see, right where you
Yeah,
put this
it's happy right
Ooh,
there. So
love
just so
it.
you can see what Marcus is talking about, that is more of the thicker kind of side. Instead of some have more of the bubble kind of airy side to it.
Yep.
And so depending on what kind of lathers you like, this is more the Shannon type of base that happens. So there you go.
And this is not a Fleet Street barbershop, but it does have a basement. Let's
Yes.
take this down a flight. Oh, it's so bright. It's almost lemony.
Yeah, because after you
kinda get
lather
that
it up
sense?
here, I get more. That's what I meant. I just am gonna have a
Yeah.
good day. Like, it just makes me want to smile. There is something beyond refreshing, and it's kind of cool because we did do most of our barbershops in January when it was still
Right.
cold, and now we're approaching spring and summer's coming. Like, there is something in the more citrusy side of
Right.
this that comes through differently.
Yeah, this is a big hug kind of a smell, like
Yeah.
a big comfy couch, or like
Yeah.
I kind of see Cherry from Pee-wee's Playhouse.
Well, and it is like back in the day, hanging out in the barbershop with the dudes and having a good time.
Right.
Like, that was like your afternoon pick me up. Instead of going to the coffee shop, you go hang out with the guys,
Right.
find out the scoop, like, and then off to the rest of the day.
And you know the funny thing? This is totally soft and totally sweet without being at all feminine.
Nope.
Is that interesting?
It
like
is.
y'all, and I think that's why this barbershop, the Blue Barbershop, sort of became a giant thing
It
in the
must
shave
have,
world because
yeah.
it's super masculine, but it probably shouldn't be.
Yeah.
Like, it's funny, but it's so soft and beautiful and comforting.
It's
and
as close as it can be. I gotta
ultimately
say.
a guy, but like, hold on. How are you doing a masculine scent that is so comforting, that is so clean, that is so bright?
And again, like, people that don't don't like the powdery, talky,
Right,
that
yeah,
type of barbershop,
absolutely.
I can see why this would be their jam to just jump into this kind of
I know
vibe.
Sloppy's not the biggest fan of powdery barbershops.
No, yeah,
like
and
that kind of
there's
thing.
a few other ones that and now I get why people had referred different barbershops to us, because that was the one that they smelled first, that they enjoyed. So it has been really fun to kind of check our list off of all the barbershops that are out there.
I know it's been about 8 minutes we've been working on this lather, but y'all, the more love you give it, the more love it gives you back. You can't even see the honeycomb anymore.
And it's so dense and thick, it's crazy.
And y'all, we don't comment about price here on the Barbershop Duet unless it is absolutely extraordinary and a part of the business model. So look at my face. This is on sale for $11.95.
4 ounces.
We are just putting it out there, but Shannon works hard to make that possible, y'all. And these, you can collect these in this size for $11.99 a piece, right?
Right.
So this is not your Davy Crockett's.
No.
Hold on. This is not your Wilderness Lodge Explorers. But who would wear this?
I know. And even I was thinking back to what Brian had said at the beginning about that's the smell that the barbershop was that brought up memories from him and his dad going to de-hippify themselves, which I loved. But
yeah, this is, it's funny that there's patchouli in this, but this is as opposite as hippie as you could possibly wish for.
Right. So those stereotypical things. But I feel like that's super cool because even like in your age range, going back to have a scent that you grew up with, to have it still be around, that brings back memories of you when you were younger.
Right.
So the powdery shop for some of the other gentlemen, like that's more the ones that they remember.
Yeah.
So it is that generational kind of thing, which it still has a cool timeless factor to this scent.
It's just such beautiful cousins to an aquatic. I can't handle it.
And I know it's funny, but we just had Easter go by.
Yeah.
And I'm just thinking, like, if I had to sit in a church with a bunch of dudes around me, like, this would be a nice scent. It's very refreshing. And
you know what?
pleasing.
She should put an Easter bunny on the front of this. What a perfect Easter scent this is without being floral.
Right, because it does have that brightness, that sunshiny kind of like uplifting vibe to it. And it does have a little
just
spring
that
summer
clean
hit.
spring morning vibe to it somehow.
Like there's almost a little fog in the air, but the sun's coming, like just the vibe or where I could be. If I didn't know this was a barbershop, I would totally get something like that.
Right. So it's pretty easy. All you have to do is be a little boy growing up in Rodeo, California. And when you get old enough, your dad's going to put you in a car, take you down to Gene's Barbershop. And the first thing they're going to do is drive past the big plate glass windows and blow the horn. Gene's going to hold up how many fingers he's got for how many guys are waiting for a haircut. And if there's less than 2, you just got your own. So head over to shannonsoaps.com to find this and a ton of other cool stuff. Well, I've had my shave, y'all, with Shannon's Barbershop. A beautiful, soft, blue, modern barbershop reminiscent of clean, warm laundry and beautiful, soapy things. Oh, and it's a fantastic lather, y'all. Now, we don't discuss price here in the Barbershop Duet unless it's extraordinary and it's part of the mission. So beautiful, a beautiful shave, a beautiful lather, a beautiful scent, and a welcome addition to our Shannon's collection in our cabinet. Thanks, y'all. Welcome to messages.
All right, so it is that time to pick our Teton Shave Brush winner. Thank you so much, Matt, for giving us this opportunity and sending us these awesome brushes. We cherish them. That's from the Zen
These
series.
are the ones he sent us for our collection, and the code that he has sent us to give away today is good for any brush on his entire site for one lucky viewer of the Barbershop Duet. And we could not be more grateful, and we know that our community, our Whiffback, are going to cherish this brush, whoever our lucky winner is. And we would like to thank all of you who entered, including Ronnie, David, Philip, Mickey, Richard, Tom, Kevin, Martin, Sean, Art, Rick, Brandon, Gray, Chase, Eric, Richard, and Malcolm. And those are your lucky numbers. All right, it is time, folks.
Let's see when it works.
Alexa, please give me a number between 1 and 17.
Here's a number between 1 and 17. It's 7.
7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Kevin
Rogers!
Yay,
Hey, congratulations, buddy! You are the lucky winner of this amazing Teton brush. And Matt, thank you for sending out that code for one of our lucky viewers. And you'll have to report back, Kim, and let us know which one you get.
So
Send us some pictures. We'll put them on the show. And thank you all again so much for being a part of the Barbershop Duet family and for entering our little giveaway. We hope to see you on the next one. You know, here's another big question. We have a couple of similar blue barbershops, but is there something about the base for you that gives this its own distinct character?
I was wondering that actually because if it's been a little while since January, we had them so many in a row,
right.
But smelling this off the puck and smelling what happened in the lather, it did have a bigger shift, I feel like, than some of the other ones. Like something got brighter, cleaner, prettier, like all the things just elevated in the lather.
And of those blue barbershops, this might be our most intense. And if you are a little bit like me, you enjoy a higher intensity rating on your soap shell, and this would be your pony.
I would agree.
Especially at the price point. Good Lord, Shannon, $11.99.
And this is how much you used to make that lather. And I gotta say, that's at least
it's 10 times more than I needed.
Yeah,
right?
that is woke up immediately.
I was watching one dude who was talking about using 1/32 of a teaspoon, right? And to get 2.5 passes. Y'all, it can be done. I'm just going a little bit bonkers here, but look at this.
We've had a few people send in some of the other things from Shannon's that we should get.
Oh!
So if there's some that we need for summer, we do have one for our famous people kind of homage.
Right, we've got Sinatra's cologne coming. That's an exclusive with the Razor Company. But y'all, I'm going to get the other barbershop. But let us know what other Shannons you like. And come June and July, we'll have a couple of Shannons.
I may be partial to the coffee because I'm kind of a coffee whore over here.
Dark and light roast, right?
Right, I might be on that jam.
So much fun to still discover in this world. We are just scratching the surface.
And it's super fun when they hop into lives. We get to interact with them. So it's silly, but we haven't ever met these people. But you feel like you kind of know them.
Yeah.
It's kind of fun. So don't forget your next appointment with the Barbershop Duet.
You'll smell better just watching this.